Have you ever noticed how some people only feel calm when someone depends on them? How their shoulders relax when they are needed. But when someone simply loves them with no request attached, something inside tightens instead. If that sounds familiar, this is not a flaw. It is a pattern. And today, we are decoding the psychology behind people who feel safer being needed than loved. Because, for many people, love feels uncertain. But being needed feels structured, predictable, safe. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Being needed gives you a role. Being loved asks you to exist without one. And that difference changes everything. Being needed creates certainty. Love feels unmeasurable. When someone needs you, your value is clear. You know what to do. You know when you are doing it right. You know how to keep your place. Support them. Solve the problem. Show up. Be reliable. There is a script. But love has no instructions. Love does not say, do this and you will be accepted. Love says, you are already enough. For someone raised in environments where approval came through responsibility, maturity, or usefulness, that can feel deeply unsafe. Psychology calls this conditional self-worth. You learned early that affection followed performance. Praise followed achievement. Connection followed usefulness. So your nervous system adapted. As an adult, being needed feels grounding. Love feels vague. And vagueness triggers anxiety. Being needed reduces the fear of abandonment. Here's a truth many people carry quietly. If someone needs you, they are less likely to leave. Need creates obligation. Love requires freedom. For people with abandonment sensitivity, being needed feels like insurance. Even if affection fades, your role keeps you relevant. Attachment psychology explains this clearly. If love in childhood felt inconsistent, unpredictable, or emotionally distant, your brain learned to associate closeness with loss. So it built a workaround. Become indispensable. Become the helper. Become the one they rely on. This is not manipulation. It is survival logic. You are not trying to control others. You are trying to control loss. Being needed allows closeness without vulnerability. Love requires exposure. It asks you to be seen emotionally. It asks you to let someone witness your uncertainty, your fear, your softness. Being needed does not require that. You can stay composed. You can stay strong. You can stay in control. Psychologists often call this defensive caregiving. You give care to avoid receiving it. You focus on others' problems, so you do not have to sit with your own. You offer advice instead of asking for comfort. You stay capable instead of being honest about your limits. From the outside, this looks generous. Inside, it feels safe. You are connected without being exposed. Being needed protects the identity you built to survive. For many people, usefulness is not just a behavior. It is an identity. You are the dependable one, the strong one, the one who holds everything together. Love threatens that identity because love says you can rest. You can lean. You do not have to carry everything. If you are praised for being mature early, for not asking for much, for being easy to deal with, you learn something quietly. Your needs are inconvenient, so you minimize them. You adapted. You became low maintenance. Over time, you became skilled at reading others' emotions, but disconnected from your own. This is not emotional intelligence. It is emotional adaptation. Love asks you to reconnect with the parts of yourself you learned to suppress. That feels destabilizing. So being needed feels safer because it keeps your identity intact. Being needed avoids the risk of being truly known. Love involves being seen beyond your strengths. It means letting someone notice your fears, your doubts, your contradictions. Being needed allows you to stay admirable. You are valued for what you provide, not questioned for who you are. You hear things like, "I do not know what I would do without you." "You are amazing." "You are so strong." But rarely, "I see you." "I choose you." "I love you as you are." And part of you notices that absence. When you are needed but not loved, you are appreciated. But your inner world remains untouched. You are close, but not held. The brain confuses safety with familiarity. Here is where neuroscience matters. Your nervous system does not seek what is healthy. It seeks what is familiar. If emotional closeness once came with disappointment, unpredictability, or withdrawal, your body remembers that. Love equals risk. But being needed may have brought attention, praise, or stability. So your brain labeled it as safe. This is why you might feel uneasy in calm relationships, restless when someone loves you freely, anxious when nothing is required of you. It is not because you are broken. It is because your nervous system learned survival before it learned choice. Being needed creates a sense of control. Need is structured. Love is fluid. When someone needs you, you know where you stand. You know your function. You know how to maintain connection. Love does not offer that control. Love can change. Love can deepen. Love can exist without rules. For someone who equates safety with predictability, that feels threatening. So being needed becomes a way to manage emotional uncertainty. You are not chasing power. You are chasing stability. The hidden exhaustion of being needed. Being needed feels safe, but it is heavy. You stay alert. You stay available. You stay responsible. Over time, this creates emotional fatigue. Not the kind that shows on the surface. The quiet kind. You begin to feel invisible while being relied on. Valued but not cherished. Important but not deeply known. Eventually, a question appears. If I stop being useful, will anyone still want me? That question hurts because it touches the core wound. Why love feels undeserved. For some people, love without effort feels suspicious. If you had to earn affection early, receiving it freely feels wrong. You might think, they will change their mind. They will see the real me. This will not last. So your body stays tense. Being needed feels earned. Love feels accidental. And accidents feel unsafe. The shift from being needed to being loved. This does not require becoming less caring or less supportive. It requires expanding your definition of safety. Notice how your body reacts when someone offers help, when someone stays without asking anything of you, when someone wants you, not your effort. That discomfort is not danger. It is unfamiliarity. Real safety is not being indispensable. It is being chosen without obligation. Love is not proven by dependency. It is shown by presence. A powerful reframe. Being needed says, you matter because of what you do. Being loved says, you matter because you exist. One is conditional. The other is relational. Both can exist, but only one allows rest. You do not have to earn your place in healthy connection. You are allowed to receive without repayment. You are allowed to be wanted without performance. Final takeaway. If you feel safer being needed than loved, it does not mean you are broken. It means you adapted intelligently to early emotional conditions. But adaptation is not destiny. You can learn to tolerate love. You can learn to receive care. You can learn that your value does not disappear when you stop doing. The goal is not to stop being helpful. The goal is to stop using usefulness as your only shield. Because real connection is not about being essential. It is about being chosen. If this felt like someone finally put words to something you have always felt but never named, you are not alone. And if you want more psychology that decodes human behavior in a way that feels human, stay close. There is more clarity ahead, and this time, you do not have to earn it.